Hi everyone, it's Matthew again. Here's a little something I think will make you go, This Shabbat coming up, as you may or may not know, is called Shabbat HaGadol. It's the name we give to the Shabbat, the last Shabbat before Pesach starts. Shabbat HaGadol. You would think it would mean the Big Shabbat. But if you look a little closely, you realize that Shabbat in Hebrew is a word, it's a feminine word, nikeva. That would make it, if we were trying to say the Big Shabbat, it would have to be Shabbat HaGedolah. That's not what we have. It's Shabbat HaGadol. So what's the deal? Once upon a time, it was actually called Shabbat HaNes HaGadol, the Shabbat of the big miracle. Over time, we dropped the nes, and that's why we still call it Shabbat HaGadol. But the nes, the miracle, that's the key. So what's the miracle? I'm glad you asked. Back in the year of the Exodus, the year that Bnei Israel left Egypt, the year that we're always thinking about when we commemorate Pesach with our Seders. That year, the 10th of Nisan was a Saturday, a Shabbat. And if you go back in the Torah, you'll find that God commanded the people through Moses, on the 10th of Nisan, each household had to take a lamb, keep the lamb for a number of days, and then on the 14th, they had the public slaughtering, they smeared the blood on the doorpost and the mantle, they ate the lamb, the Paschal lamb, but they kept the lamb for a number of days, and they gathered their lambs on the 10th. For the Egyptians, this would have been unthinkable. For the Egyptians, lambs were holy creatures. They would have been hostile, maybe even violent. It would have been a reasonable expectation for the Egyptians to be stoning the Israelites for going around town and gathering up all these lambs. The fact that they didn't was viewed as a miracle. And the fact that that year, the 10th of Nisan, was a Shabbat, made that Shabbat the Shabbat of the big miracle. Something that's been lost because we live in a day and age where we're trying to shorten everything. And if we do that, there is a risk we can forget where a lot of our traditions came from. Hopefully you won't forget now that you know the story behind Shabbat HaGadol. With that in mind, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, and for the upcoming holiday of Pesach, Chag Sameach.